Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm John on. We're here reporting what She Got Game and Said by Woods. I'm here with the number 9 player in the country and North Carolina State University commit, Zoe Brooks. How's everything? And what's going on with you?
Good, nothing much. How about you?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad you could fit us in your busy schedule. I just know how things are for you right now, so I appreciate you for coming on to spend a few minutes with us.
No, no problem.
Yeah. So we're gonna kick this off. Usually, I like to peel it back layer by layer, like where you started and how you got into, game of basketball and stuff. But new year, and we got a pretty big name for him to start this one off. So check this out. From your memory, what do you recall as your She Got Game moment? As here, She Got Game is pretty much a moment where you've had a lot of moments in your career where you probably could peel back from and be like, yo, that's the moment I knew I could play. You know what I mean? A lot of us grow up and we're like, we kind of have that imposter syndrome where we know we're good, people have been telling us, but we don't really feel it. What was that moment in your career where you really knew, okay, this is my She Got Game moment. I'm here, I'm arrived, I'm ready to do this?
I'd say probably third grade when I was playing with the boys and I was the best player and I was dropping 30, 40 points against guys. So I think that was the moment I knew like I was going to be all right.
Okay, okay. Third or fourth grade, were you playing against third or fourth grade boys or were you playing against like older
Yeah.
kids like
No,
that?
they were,
Okay, okay.
we didn't have a girls team, so I had to play on the boys team.
Gotcha. And you're still giving them buckets, and that's
Yeah.
kind of gave you the confidence. All right. My next question. While we understand who Zoe Brooks is, you're well established, and we know 100% what you're capable of on any given night. I kind of want to ask you, looking back throughout your career, who would you say, in your career was the hardest to guard?
Definitely Juju.
Okay. Okay.
A couple times in my life, she that was the hardest person I'd say.
Was it just her size or
Yeah. More of her size, like there was like nothing I could really do once she raised up because she was so much taller than me, but I'd probably say her.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. For people at home, people may not know what the EYBL circuit is. That's for people at home. It's pretty much the best circuit in the country, and it's top notch competition on a consistent basis, right? Who would you consider, the toughest player you ever, excuse me, who's the toughest player who ever guarded you?
Top player regarding me. I don't know. I play a lot of good kids. I don't know. That's a tough question.
We know you get buckets. We know you get buckets. So I know it's someone out there who you definitely not shy away from. Let's not say that, but definitely okay, I gotta get to my spots. I can't play with this person.
Nobody. I
Nah.
look at the same.
All right, so you just give buckets on everyone. I like
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Furthermore, a new thing we're starting. I want to ask you, through your just career and just everyone you've seen play and played against, which player do you believe one is one of the most slept on players in the state, and then two, who would you recommend is She Got Game's next feature? Who do you personally believe deserves to be on She Got Game and deserves a feature next?
Hmm. Maybe Tiana Bailey. I
Diana,
don't know on her, but Tiana, she's pretty good. Plays for Immaculate Montclair.
she happened to be our first. She was our
Yeah.
first. She was our
Yeah.
first She Got Game feature ever. That's kind of funny you said that. Do you have a
Yeah.
relationship with Diana and stuff like that?
Yeah, I know her. We played for a couple years on the Sparks and stuff like that. And we're cool.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. Would you consider her one of the most slept on players in the state?
Yeah, I definitely think she slept on in the country too. She's pretty good scorer, and I think they definitely sleep on her.
I can respect that. I can respect that. So now we kind of got those out the way, the room shakers a little bit. I wanna kind of tap into like how you just even began playing basketball and your background a little bit. All right. Um, just to kick it off, where are you initially from in New Jersey for people at home?
Plainfield, New Jersey.
Union County, stand up. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? That's great. If you don't mind me asking, man, who or what inspired you, to pick up a basketball? Because a lot of athletes they start soccer, they start with all these different sports. What specifically, kind of drew you to basketball?
My older brother, Jalen, he been playing since he was young, since I was born, obviously. We're 5 years apart. And I've always had to go sit at his practices. And when he would work out, my dad in the back. As a little girl, I wanted to go hang out with my dad and brother, and they were always playing basketball and football. So that's kind of what inspired me to play. I was just seeing him at practices and stuff. And I was like, I could do that too. And I would go run on the court and, be in the way. But that's when I started, that's how I started playing.
Would you say you got naturally better playing against Jalen? Did Jalen put you through the ringer a little bit?
Yeah, because he's a boy and he's 5 years older, so obviously he's a lot stronger than me. So he was really physical and
Yeah,
competitive. So yeah, I think that's why I play the way I play.
I like
Had where I was gonna cry.
like it. I like it. What would you say what part of the game came the most natural to you?
My handle. I think that was the first thing I was really like good at, just being able to dribble the ball.
Mm, okay.
That practicing to when I was younger, learning how to like do fancy moves and stuff like that. And I remember like he played hard defense on me, so I would have to figure out a way. And obviously, I wasn't faster than him. I had to figure out a way to get by him. So that's really how I learned how to dribble.
Mm. Would you say even at a young age, you know, I wouldn't say like a lot of people don't sleep on handles, but the craftiness of having the handles helps separate, you from others. Like you may
Yeah,
not you don't need to do a lot to get a lot of space. You understand what I'm saying? And if you know how to get to your spots with your handle, it just complements your game that much more, right? Having that at a young age, would you say that that's helped elevate your game and help bring things, to you natural?
yeah. I'm a point guard, so I just have to make plays for others, and people watch me and know I like to drive and stuff, so they try and make it harder, and they press 94 feet a lot of times, and knowing that how good you can dribble makes you confident and less nervous when you're getting pressed the whole game 94 feet. So I'm definitely confident. I think that my handle makes me more confident knowing that I can create for my teammates and get them open shots with my creativity.
Absolutely. You actually just mentioned that you considered yourself a point guard, right? There's a lot of people, well, many people, not to pigeonhole you. A lot of people consider you a guard. However, some people consider you predominantly a scorer. Some
Yeah,
consider you a facilitator. I wanted to ask you, where do you find yourself the most comfortable on the court? Do you like
that
on the wing? I'm sorry.
when I have the ball in my hand, I think that's when I'm at my best because I could score, pass. I think I control the offense pretty well. I don't let people speed me up. So I think sometimes people get confused with what a point guard really is. Like obviously anybody can bring up the ball, but a real point guard knows how to run the offense and is always in control.
Got you. Okay. Well, for the people at home that finally could, be quiet. That's a point guard. It's a true point guard there.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of want to get into your coaching, right? Ultimately, you proved at a young age you were exceptional. This isn't new. The coverage you're getting, and this isn't new. You've gotten a lot of love since you were younger. I like to fast forward a little bit to your high school career. Some forget how important a relationship between you and the coach is, right? Between a star player and a coach. I wanted to ask you, at St. John Vianney, can you explain the unique relationship you have with head coach Don Carpel?
Yeah. Me and her get along well. I know that she believes in me and sometimes it's hard for kids to fit in because they know that their coach doesn't believe in them.
Mhm.
I know that when I'm messing up and struggling that she's not really gonna yell at me and put me down, but she'll keep me in and wait for me to, get going, tell me to slow down, try and help me out. So I think that relationship's pretty good.
Would you say the relationship has helped you elevate your game to another level as far as
Yeah,
her coaching you and stuff like that? Explain that.
yeah, she's a really good coach. So I know that I have to run her plays, and her plays are designed for me to make good plays, like good passes, look for open teammates like shooters, or get into the big, or just get me an open shot. Um, yeah,
Gotcha. Understanding what coaching means to you, because you kind of just went into how important that can be. Understanding what coaching means to you. How much did being coached by Westmore at NC State play into you committing?
he's a good coach. Obviously you watch a lot of games before you just go and commit. And
Of course,
I like
of course.
how he play. He like lets his point guards run the offense and is free in that. I feel like he doesn't try and control them, lets them play their game. So I think I fell in love with that part about his coaching ability. He lets his players be free.
I was gonna say that sounds like a big thing for you. Do you like having the ability to be creative and kind of flow with the game, or do you
Yeah,
like more structure in your game and you're like, hey, I got to do A, B, C, and D, or do you just like more creativity and more avenues to do as you please?
I like more creativity. A play is. I think sometimes players become robotic trying to do the play right, but a play is just to help set you up to make something good happen. So if you have an open shot off of it, don't try and keep running the play around. Take the shot or look for the open teammate.
Got you, got you. Prior to your senior year, you were ranked within the top 50. As I just stated, you've been considered one of the best in the country. However, this season you've been jumped up to top 10 in the country. Nearly jumping 40 spots in one season is unreal. Do you ever or did you ever consider yourself an underdog at one point?
Yeah, I've always considered myself that underrated, but even now that I'm number 9 in the country, it still doesn't matter to me. I still look at myself like as if I'm not ranked. Still work hard, still have that same mindset, and have a chip on my back.
I was gonna say I could tell a lot watching your film. So when you play as if you're like proving something or you have something to prove. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. It wouldn't matter if I was one or not ranked at all. Like I still have to go out there and play as hard as I can every time.
Got you, got you. What type of preparation, for people at home, for a lot of people look up to you, a lot of people love your game. What preparation goes into being capable of jumping 40 spots pretty much? Like what did you do differently from past off season to this off season?
Um, Nothing really. Not gonna lie. I just started going to more camps, and I think they just kind of realized, like, but I don't think I did anything different. I've been the same player my whole life. Obviously I got older and I slimmed down and everything, got a little faster, but my game hasn't changed.
Gotcha, gotcha. So it's just pretty much the hard work paying off.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I love it. I love it. You know, you play for a very talented team. St. John Vianney, you guys are located a little bit like Central Jersey.
Yeah.
But you play with a lot of talented players, and you guys are already ranked in the country. Recently, you guys are coming off a victory of knocking off the number one team in the country, uh,
Yeah.
Long Island Lutheran. I wanted to ask you, what did that mean to the team, and how much did that personally mean to you, especially feeling like the underdog and stuff coming into the season? Like how much did that mean to you, and how big was it for your team?
As a team, I think we were all excited. That was the biggest game that we're probably gonna play all year, and we work really hard in the gym, and we get after it every day in practice. And it's hard. It's not easy. So it was very important, and we were all excited after we won. And to me, I just I know all those kids. From AAU. They play for a lot of them play for Exodus, so I'm familiar with them. So it was kind of like an AAU game to me in a way, if that makes sense. So I just went out there and played my game, and we got out with the win.
Absolutely. Your game is so unique. I think personally, a lot of people find it captivating because you you're uniquely aggressive in spots. You're not aggressive all game, but you know when to put your head down. You know when, okay, my team needs me. You know how to choose your spots very, very well. Um, I wanted to ask you, are there any WNBA or NBA players you like to model your game after, or you like to steal from, implementing yours? And if so, who are they?
No, I don't really try and model my game after anybody. I just kind of play my game, but my favorite player is Kevin Durant. I don't think I play like him at all, but I just kind of play like myself.
Gotcha. Okay, so you've never. That's actually pretty. That's pretty interesting. You've never looked at a player who was like, "Ooh, this crossover right here," or you never. Nah, that never happened.
Trainer Eric, his name's Eric Myrick, and he watches a lot of NBA players and tries to teach us their moves, mainly Kyrie and Michael Jordan. I know he likes to watch them a lot. And so he kind of takes their moves and has us do them in the gym. So I guess if I had to model my game after somebody, it may be like a little bit of Kyrie because of how creative he is and how he gets his open shots and passes his teammates.
And just to clarify, you said that was your trainer, Eric Myron.
Yeah, I've been training with him since I was like, I don't know, fourth grade. I haven't ever trained with anybody else since.
Oh wow, so you guys are like, he's literally
Yeah.
grow up.
Like,
Really,
how I go to multiple trains. I don't do that. I either train with my dad, by myself, or with him.
absolutely, absolutely tight circle, and you just grind up with the people you started with. I love it. As great as you are, and as the peaks you've reached immense peaks in your career, and there's only so much more to go. Um, I want to ask you, just like everyone else, you still have times where you have to persevere, or you still have times of doubt where where you're going through a tough time and stuff like that. Is there ever like a saying or motto you like to go by when things are tough and stuff? Do you ever tell yourself things or stuff like that to get you through 'em?
I'm a big believer in God, and whenever times get rough, I just pray extra. I pray every day, but when times I really need Him, I pray a lot, and I watch church. I just think and I pray. I have my rosary beads, I have my Bible in my bag, so I think I just look towards Him more when I'm struggling.
Absolutely, absolutely. With that being said, do you wish to be remembered? Like when it's all said and done, basketball's going to stop dribbling at one point. What does Zoe Brooks want her legacy to be left as a basketball player?
That's a hard question.
It is. It is a loaded question. It is a loaded question.
There's somebody who could do it all, a nice person on and off the court. I think that's what I want to be remembered as. Somebody who wasn't just like a good basketball player, but was always respectful and nice off the court also.
Okay. Do you if you don't mind me asking, do you wish to impact the youth at any given point, or do you wish to like give back and stuff, or is that
Yeah.
not a
When I and I guess a little bit of money, I would definitely give back.
Yeah, no, I mean 100% definitely funds, but even I'm talking about like just giving knowledge of the game. Like a lot of
Yeah. I want to actually be a coach when I'm done.
Oh
Like a
really?
yeah.
Really? Okay. Do you have a favorite college? Did you have a favorite college growing up and stuff like that? I know you're committed to NC State, so I'm not trying to get you in trouble. But did you have a favorite college growing up or
No, I didn't really watch college basketball growing up. I just started when I had to come down to picking colleges. I started watching, but when I was younger, I can't recall like really watching college basketball.
Gotcha, gotcha. So we definitely broke down a lot of your game and a lot of stuff you do. I want to talk about a little bit of life after basketball, right?
Okay.
As we understand, we just spoke about the game of basketball will come to an end eventually, right? What do you hope to learn and utilize from a prestigious university like NC State, to further your career down the road?
Say it one more time.
What do you wish to utilize or learn from a prestigious university like NC State, to further your career down the line?
Um, I just want to become a better person, a better basketball player. I'm really big on film also. Like I like taking videos and taking pictures. So I hope that they could teach me a lot about technology and stuff like that. And I hope that they teach me a lot more about basketball. So hopefully one day I can be a good coach
Absolutely. You just want to grow as a player, grow just
person.
more knowledge. Yeah, that makes sense. For people at home, a lot of people may not really know who Zoe Brooks is, right? I kind of want to know what are some of your like unknown hobbies or interests outside the world of basketball. Because Zoe Brooks is basketball, but then there's Zoe Brooks outside of basketball. Each person's their own individual outside the court. So, what are some of your other interests or hobbies off the court?
I'm a big gamer. I like Fortnite. I play a lot of Fortnite. I obviously don't have that much time anymore as like I did when I was a little younger, but on my free time, I definitely play Fortnite a lot. And I like watching YouTube, just like stupid videos on YouTube, talking to my friends. I like shopping. I like sneakers. I'm kind of a little nerdy when it comes to technology. I like all that computer stuff.
There's no
So,
wrong. No, don't let anyone ever make you feel, isolated or
yeah.
ostracized for liking technology, man. If that's what you do,
Yeah.
that's what you like, embrace it.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna ask you, with that being said, is there anything you personally like to do to kind of lose time? Like a lot of people, like you said, you like to shop and stuff like that, but is there something personal that you like to do where like you just lose track of time? It feels like you're doing it for 5 minutes and 10 hours go by. Is there something you really like to lock into?
Playing video games, I'll be 3 games in and then I'll be 3 hours in. It's weird. It seems like it goes by so fast. And obviously I can't really go to sleep at 4 a.m. like I used to when I was little. Like sleep's important now. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Just to conclude this interview a little bit, is there any advice? Well, in conclusion, is there any advice, you like to leave to any younger girls or boys that watch you, or just any younger athletes in general, that resonate with your journey?
Um you're always gonna have coaches that you're not gonna like and not get along with, but don't ever let them tell you to be something that you're not. Don't ever try and change who you are for them. Always work hard no matter what people say about you. You gotta just block it out. Obviously it's hard when people constantly try and put you down, but you have to ignore it and just pray and just keep working hard until people notice.
Absolutely. That's amazing advice from Zoe Brooks, number 9 player in the country, NC State commit. You were amazing. And again, I understand your schedule is crazy. I'm very appreciative to, take this time to chat with you. So thank you again for your time, Zoe, and I wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you.